If you look around the world today and you see all of the podcasters and the experts with their opinions about the world and relationship coaches that have never been in a healthy relationship in their life, and then you look around and you see all these people that have opinions about the world. It's very, very noisy on the internet. AI is disrupting everything. The world needs, and this is very important, so pay very close attention. The world needs another show with my opinion. That's what it needs. And so that is exactly what it is that we're going to be launching here today. Welcome, everybody, to the Content Desk. My name is Josh Forti, and whether or not you asked for it, you're going to get it. My show, my opinions on the current narrative and the world today. No, I'm just kidding. Not entirely, though. Welcome to the Content Desk, guys. My name is Josh Forti, like I said, and we are launching a new show. And with that new show, we have headlines. Now, we're going to get into here in just a second what the show is about and what you should expect or can expect from it, why you should listen, what's in it for you, including how every single day will literally make your life better. We've engineered this literally into the specific design of the show, is like why it's going to be beneficial for you. A lot of thought has gone into this. And by a lot of thought, I mean, you know, me very late at night with some ChatGPT sessions and some Grok sessions arguing back and forth and maybe smoking a little bit of weed. Don't worry, I live in Colorado. It's allowed, okay? Just a little bit. But anyway, today's headlines are, we have fancy graphics for this. My sidekick Braden over here is laughing so hard. He's my producer behind the scenes. All right, here are the headlines. In story number one of the day, Josh Forti launches a new show called The Content Desk. It's a big deal. It will disrupt the market. Don't you worry. It's coming. It's new. It's fresh. It's an opinion like you've never heard before. It's actually not my opinion focused. It really is focused on you. I should probably settle down and stop joking a little bit. But anyway, it is. It's focused on you. Number two is that it is designed for you to be able to tune in every single day to find opportunities and deals that get you paid. And we're going to go into this in a little bit more detail here in just a second. But I think there's this whole economy of people that is overlooked. Like, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like you and we live in a class of people, an emerging market of people, of you know, business owners, entrepreneurs, and things like that is kind of completely overlooked by the media. It's kind of completely overlooked by news sources, by any form of like big money, big infrastructure. And it's time that we disrupt that. And then the third thing in our news today is that this show that Josh Forti has launched, myself, by the way, I am Josh Forti, the one that has launched this show, streams every day, Monday through Thursday, starting at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, or Mountain Time. Except for today, of course. We're looking into what happened there. We really are, because, you know, it's the opening day. It should have streamed on time, but for some reason it was delayed. Who knows? And then finally is that on Fridays, it will stream at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. It'll be a little bit of a different topic. We'll get into that here in just a second. And then the last headline of today that we'll discuss and talk about, poor Braden, my producer over here, he laughed at this one. He's like, I don't know if people are going to go and take you serious or like know if you're sarcastic or not. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they know, okay? Is that only the smartest and most talented people will listen to this show every single day, all right? Word on the street says dumb people do not listen every day, okay? That's word on the street. Smart people, talented people, only the smartest and the most talented. I need to work on my Trump impression. Only the smartest, the best, the brightest listen every single day. Welcome to the Content Desk, everyone. In all seriousness, we are launching a new show, and we wanted to crack fun and make some jokes about the ridiculousness of really what it sounds like this show is about, because I do think it's not all that ridiculous. It's just a 32-year-old online entrepreneur with a Cybertruck in the background giving his opinion on current events and news. And really, I want to talk about why the show exists, what's in it for you, and why, or what it is specifically that I mean by opportunity and deals that will make your life better and designed to get you paid. So let's dive in. Why the show exists? Well, I don't know about you, but the AI narrative right now is kind of overtaking the world. It's disruption, disruption, disruption. And you've probably felt it. There are changes in the market. There are changes in what's happening. Like the industry is changing no matter what industry that you're in. And if you look at that industry, if you look at the industries, and you were to go and say, well, let me go and learn, let me go and like look at what is changing in the world today, right? What is actually happening? You go and you look at the mainstream narrative and you find things in the tech industry, right? Because there's billions and billions of dollars in the tech industry. And then you look in Hollywood and there's billions and billions of dollars in Hollywood, and you can find everything that's changing and all the opportunities and everything that's happening inside of Hollywood. You look at, the mainstream narrative, and you have, award shows like the Golden Globe or, the Oscars or what have you. And there's plenty of coverage there. You've got the finance world, and you've got, things like Bloomberg and whole platforms dedicated to literally covering what's going on in these industries. But then you look at industry like you and I, like this whole group of people that we're not really covered by anybody, right? I call us professional outliers. It's like we're professionals. We're good at what we do. We're entrepreneurs. We have businesses. Many of us have like traditional businesses, and we're using content online to try to grow those businesses. You're not content creators, right? You don't try to be an influencer, right? But you're using content in the online space to try to go and grow your business. And you also have this other group of people that are, let's call it creator adjacent, right? One level removed from the creator. So think like you got your Mr. Beasts of the world, and you got these huge influencers that are out there. It's like the people that are in the economy around them, the editors, the producers, the writers, the people that, the talent managers, right? The agency owners, the funnel builders, all of those people, right? Like they all use content. In fact, content is quite literally their job in many ways. And there's this emergent class of entrepreneurs, if you will, or let's call us entrepreneurial, professional outliers that really, we don't get any coverage. There is no Bloomberg or news desk, place where you can go to get relevant news and updates and coverage about what's happening. There's no place to go find deals or understand where the opportunity is, because we're not really local businesses, right? Local businesses are, I live in Colorado, I live near Denver, and it's like you can turn on the local news and learn what's going on in Denver. That's literally a local, like physical location. Well, we're not that. We're a lot of times online or virtual. It's like, well, we're also not mainstream, and because mainstream is, they don't care about us. We're not dramatic enough, right? We're not in the political space, right? We're not corrupt enough. We're not in the tech space. We're not cool enough for the tech people. We don't have enough billions of fake dollars, right? And so we have this whole, this whole group of people to the tunes of millions, probably millions of us at this point, where we're kind of overlooked, for lack of a better term. And I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, you've heard this terminology. You've heard people say, like, there's so much opportunity going on right now. So much opportunity, so much opportunity, so much opportunity. AI is disrupting things. So much opportunity, so much opportunity. And it's like, cool, I agree with you, and you probably agree with the people you're hearing that from. But also, where is it exactly? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you see the people around you, and it's like, oh, they blew up, right? They're taking off. They're going off and, taking advantage of this, or this person got in early here, or they're revolutionizing this. But like, where is the opportunity for me? Where's the opportunity for you? Like for what we do, right? Like where should you be putting your focus? Where is the opportunity for the person that makes $300,000 a year or makes, $1.5 million in their business and takes home a couple $100,000, who is great at what you do? You're trying to grow your business. Everything's getting more expensive. It's getting harder. And there's all this opportunity around. There's all this disruption happening, but it's like, how do I capitalize, right? And I, like you, wondered that same thing, because the market is changing. You can feel it. And I looked around. I was like, where is it? And quite frankly, I didn't even know where to look. Because like, if you go to industry leaders of our space, Alex Hormozi comes to mind. And I'm a fan of Alex Hormozi, right? Do you go to Alex Hormozi for current events? No. Do you go to Alex Hormozi to know where the biggest opportunities are, or when ChatGPT buys OpenClaw, or when Elon Musk is buying X, right? Or when, here, I've got my list of notes here. When NVIDIA says they're investing into OpenAI, right? Like, okay, great. Do you go to Alex Hormozi for that? Okay, what about YouTube? Do you go to YouTube? No, YouTube is a bunch of how-to videos, right? Alex Hormozi is fantastic for business strategy. Right? He's probably the best that the industry has to offer right now. YouTube is great to learn how to do things for tutorials and stuff. But once again, I want to know where opportunity is. I want to know where to make money. I want to know where the deals are happening. And so as I looked around, I realized there was no place for this. There was no news desk, if you will. And so the content desk exists to solve that problem, to really fill that gap, to say, okay, wait a second. if there's all this opportunity for these professional outliers, for you and me of the world, right? Not the billion-dollar tech company. It's like, I don't know, every single time you get on X, it's like somebody else raised $1 billion for some AI company, and you're like, well, that must be nice, right? I have never, ever gone and raised $1 billion for anything, right? Or you go into Hollywood, you turn on the mainstream news, and it's like, I saw this, LeBron James destroys his $30 million mansion to go and make room for his new $50 million mansion. It's like, not relevant to me whatsoever, right? Or some big market over, the gold market or the commodities market this, and someone shorted the stock and made all this money or lost all this money. It's like, okay, that's great. But again, we are professional outliers. We're the people, we don't fit in our industry. We don't fit in the local. Like, guys, I live in Denver, Colorado, okay? I drive a Cybertruck. Now, let me just fill you in on something. My in-laws are from Omaha, Nebraska. And here's what I found. If you go and you drive a Cybertruck in Denver, Colorado, you are a Trump-loving fascist. If you go and drive that same Cybertruck over to Nebraska, the next state over, you are a gay liberal. I am not kidding, okay? So when I say we don't really fit in, I mean locally we don't fit in. I don't fit in. People think I'm nuts. In the online space, it's my home. I love the online space, but it's like, where do we all hang out? Like, where's the water cooler talk? The show The Office. It's like, all those little trips to the water cooler to hear about the gossip that's going on. Like, where do you go to gather about, like, to get credible news about when the FTC goes to investigate some people and know what's actually going on? Where do you go when, big industry leaders go and change their models on things? Where do you go when you're doing research on this whole industry and you want to see like what the relevant trends are and what's happening? Going, okay, wait, what's working right now? What's not working right now? Where are people putting their focus? How can I position myself? What are the things that are working now? It's like you have to go and you have to like aggregate bits and pieces of it all. And it's like, it doesn't work. At least it didn't for me. By the way, if you're watching on live, we are on X, we're on YouTube Live, and we're on Facebook for now. We will not always be on Facebook. But if you're watching live, we'd love a comment. Say hello. Let me know if you accurately feel this as well, or if this is accurately describing how you feel as well. Because like for me, this didn't exist. And so when I sat down to design the show, I went and I had one single question in mind. Okay, after figuring out, okay, there's this market of us that are not being addressed, that we don't really fit in. We're great at what we do. There's millions of us. Like quite literally, there's a huge market. In fact, my headlines are so funny today because it's the first show. But the original headlines that I was going to use for today was that the content creator market is something, I think it just across $17 billion, $17 billion. And by 2030, which is less than 4 years away, that's, Braden, that's so close. What the frick? In like 4 years from now, it's estimated to be 30 billion, almost double in size. Okay, it's a big market. We're not addressed. No one is actually serving this market. And so my question that I said was, how do I make my interests and your interests, the listeners, align? That's it, right? Because if my interests and your interests align, then we both win. And I want to be very clear. This show, while we will cover news, and this is designed to be a place where current and relevant events are discussed and we're relevant of what's happening, it's not a news show. Rather, this is a place for deals and opportunities. It is to understand where there is opportunity and what deals are being done so that then how to get in the deal. So it's like what deals are happening, where they're happening, and how you can capitalize on that deal, whether directly or because of that deal. Let me give you some examples of this, okay? I was an early investor in School, the platform by, Alex Hormozy's the face of it now, but Sam Ovens. I was a very early investor in that, like way before Hormozy was, okay? The trends that we saw there are definitely playing out. So like, if platforms like that are happening and there's money being raised, how do you get in on that, right? Getting in on the ground floor. Imagine getting into School on the ground floor. Or for example, you have WAP, okay, which is a direct competitor to School. I don't know if you guys saw this. Just announced that they're partnering with Chase, like the Chase Bank. That's a big deal, okay? How do you capitalize on those things? What does that mean for the industry, all right? Mr. Beast. I mean, we're talking the largest content creator in the world just bought a bank. a digital bank, a bank that's all online. Like, do we understand the ramifications that when a guy that has 500 million subscribers, whose demographic is my age and younger, and much younger than me for the most part, when he goes and partners and buys a bank, how that will disrupt the industry and how that will disrupt the future of the world? Like, do we understand? Like, that is so insane. X filed to launch X payments. Your X is going to become a financial institution. That's insane. Real estate deals, or even like you and I on like a daily level, you've got service-based offers. And it's like, okay, well, maybe you charge $27,000 for your service offer for, a service that you do. And now all of a sudden AI is massively disrupting that. It's like, okay, well, what do you do with that? Like, do you raise your prices? Do you lower your prices? Deal structure? These are the type of things that will be discussed here on the show. Now, we're gonna have different scenes and different segments. We're gonna have the deal desk. And our goal, really, as we go and lay this out, is we're going to start every day with what's happening in the world today. We'll spend 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so, going over headlines. And we're not going to go and try to reach. Like, I don't really care to be like a gossip center, but it's like when Alex Hormozi does a $100 million book launch, that's going to make the news, right? We're going to be discussing that. Or if, an industry leader like a Closers.io, like Cole Gordon's thing, changes their pricing model. And I actually don't know if he actually did that. I'm just making up. That's hypothetical, all right? If he's changing his pricing model, that's going to make waves in the industry, right? So things that are relevant to us as creators. And really, like, there's just so much opportunity, guys. There really is. And I want to know where it's at. And the reason I know there's so much opportunity is because there's a $30 billion market. That there's millions of us that have just been ignored. And if we can go and connect with one another and we can go and figure out, like, we're literally building the new economy. We're literally building the future of how the world is going to operate. And no one's covering it. And it's like AI is this massive disruption and stuff is changing, but you have to know what to do about it. And so the show will be structured. We'll go an hour every day. Live, daily, Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, we have a slightly different style of show, okay? So we'll do Monday through Thursday real quick. Monday through Thursday, we'll start out, 10 minutes or so on headlines, relevant information. Then we'll go deep into one or two main storylines or topics. I'm really fascinated. I love narratives, and so we're going to dive deep into narratives. But I'm a big fan of, like, right now I'm looking at the Elon versus Sam Altman and the OpenAI thing. By the way, side note, whatever you think about prediction markets and all that, like, I get it, okay? Like, there's pros, there's cons. It's probably a net negative. I still bet some money on it, so chill out. I'm a Christian, I love Jesus, and I bet some money. I'm not going to hell, at least hopefully not, who knows? Nah, I was covered. Salvation, it's a good thing. And anyway, we won't get into that right now. Anyway, I bet that Elon Musk is going to win. It was like $100. But I'm fascinated by that whole narrative of, like, Elon going after OpenAI because, like, guys, it's not because of the money, right? Like, there's a whole narrative that's being shaped by that. And so I'm fascinated about narratives, deal opportunities, and eventually over the next 12 to 24 months, we'd really like to become kind of the go-to place for deal flow, for opportunities, and, like, if there is a deal going on, if there's opportunity, like, this is the place that you come. And this is not going to be just about me. This is not, like, there's a reason it's called the Content Desk and not the Josh Forti Show. There's a reason that, like, we have like that as an entity because, like, we're gonna crowdsource a lot of this. Like, you are going to be involved. And our long-term vision for this of where it is that we're going is, like, we want to create a place where this we call it the content economy, right? Where you have these business owners that use content. You're not a content creator, but you're a business owner that uses content to grow your business. And then, like, expert service providers, these creator adjacent professionals, like, where that economy come together and we do deals together and we build the future of the world. And that's really what it is that we're building. Now, final thing on this, though, is on Fridays. Fridays are a little bit different because Fridays we're going to start earlier in the day. If I'm being completely honest with you, the reason we're starting earlier in the day, or the reason this came about, is because I have date night on Friday nights, and I can't miss date night. Like, shows are cool, money, fame, influence, but my wife is cooler, all right? So that's really why it started out as earlier. But on Fridays, this is where we're going to go, and we're going to dive deep into a topic on a more philosophical level, a more, like, physics-based level, a more, very theoretical, but also potentially not so theoretical like level. Really coming at things, we're gonna discuss a lot of like Bitcoin related things, not Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency, but Bitcoin as like a philosophy, a worldview, a structure, an economic model even, and talk about how like the changing foundation of the world that we're on right now, how it's all shifting. And so that's gonna be a lot less tactical and a lot more like theoretical, but very, very deep. And we'll have interviews, a lot more long-form interviews and stuff on Fridays. But Daily News Show starts today on X, on YouTube, and for now on Facebook profile. If you're on Facebook, make sure to go subscribe on X or YouTube. We want feedback, seriously. We want to disrupt an industry, and oh, look. Is that a thumbs up? Just give me a thumbs up. I think just give me a thumbs up. We want to disrupt an industry, and not just disrupt an industry, we want to, quite frankly, like if I'm being like really real with you guys, like F the current media and F the current institutional structure and F the powers that be. And we have this whole economy of people that are entrepreneurial, that are sovereign, that take responsibility for their life, we're completely ignored by them. We're completely ignored by them. And we have this massive opportunity to go and create a voice and a platform and an infrastructure where capital flows in and deals flow in. And you know, I want to learn about bigger deals. I want to learn how to, like, I've done $10,000 deals, and I've done $50,000 deals, and I've done $100,000 deals, and I've done a $250,000 deal. And it's like, I want to go to $1 million deals and then $10 million deals. I was watching this clip by Ryan Serhant last night. I'm a fan of Ryan Serhant, the guy that does, you know, real estate. And he was talking about how he built this relationship with this guy, and then in 2025, they did a deal together. It was a $200 million deal, and it was the single largest, was it commercial or residential transaction in like for the whole entire year. I'm like, I'd love to do a $200 million deal. I want to talk about those deals and how we can learn from those deals and find the opportunity around those deals so that we can come in and thrive in that opportunity and not just have it be abstract and theoretical. So that's the vision. Welcome to the show. I will see you tomorrow. Braden, my sidekick, you can't hear him, I don't think, but did I miss anything, Braden? Are we good? We good? Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Everything from, like, guys, hold on, real quick. Can you imagine having this show when Elon Musk bought Twitter? I'm pretty sure I would have live streamed for like 48 hours straight. I'm not even gonna lie. Real quick, if we've never met before, I'm Josh Forti. I am married to my beautiful, beautiful wife. I have 2 adorable daughters. I love Jesus, a follower of him, a servant of his. He's the king, he's the ruler of the world, amazing. Also, I love Elon Musk, okay? Elon is the GOAT. I drive a Cybertruck. He's the greatest. And so when he bought Twitter, it was the greatest. It was like historical event. We're going to throw a party. But if that happens again, if he ever does another big move, which I'm sure he will at some point, we're going to be doing those. So covering deals like that, NVIDIA investing in OpenAI, School raising money, WAP partnering with Chase, Mr. Beast buying a bank, industry relevant news. That's what this is about. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have your feedback. We will have clips and sponsors and all that fun stuff to come. But really, this is not about me. This is about our industry and the fact that we've been overlooked and the fact that no one is serving this because they don't take us seriously. And there's this multi-billion dollar opportunity waiting for us if we can simply connect with one another, understand deal flow, understand structure, and understand where the opportunity is at and then capitalize on it. So welcome to the Content Desk. That's all for today. I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, maybe. If we start on time. No, we'll start on time. See you tomorrow, 5 p.m. See you there. Bye.